Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant on Simulant. It's basically a low rent version of Blade Runner. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books, links in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 11. Yes, 11. Available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. So the premise of the movie is there are these simulants, androids. I guess they couldn't use the word android. I don't know what Hollywood's obsession is with changing the word, right? They do a zombie movie, but then they refuse to say the word zombie. I don't know. So in this movie, they're called simulants. And so this guy, he was killed in an accident, and his wife, I guess, brought him back as a simulant. I don't know if he actually have the memories of the guy. I guess he sort of does. And then Sam Worthington is like the Blade Runner. He's the guy hunting them. I think he's a cop, and this is one that hurt him. So people are hacking the simulants, and this is Legends of the Five Rings dude. What's his face? Simu Liu, I think his name is. He's the guy hacking the simulants. So he's hacking them so they can hurt people. Right? This is a very, 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 very common use for the sci-fi story, right? It's like about the robots, and then they give them the ability to hurt people, and they're not supposed to have that ability. So here he is. He's reprogramming them. He hacks them, and now he can do whatever he wants. He's free. Oh, but freedom comes with a cost. And, it's all about what it means to be human or not human or whatever, and who's real and who's not real. All that kind of stuff. I mean, it looks pretty slick, I'll say that. The effects seem really nice and slick. It doesn't seem like it takes place. It takes place in a future that's recognizable as opposed to Blade Runner, where it was like the far future. This seems like 10 years away, something like that. But it seems fine. Would I watch it? Yeah, I guess. I mean, it looks okay. It looks okay. Written by Ryan Christopher Churchill, directed by April Mullen. So, first act, probably this guy in his normal life. He doesn't know he's a simulant, but he keeps having a dream where he dies, and that's where his living body did die. And now he's a simulant, and he doesn't know it, right? And he's trying to come to grips with that. And meanwhile, Sam Worthington is investigating other simulants who have harmed people or weird things have happened. He nearly gets killed, and he's trying to put together the pieces of the mystery while trying to stop the guy who's hacking the simulants. Right? So he does that during the course, and it's Simu Liu, and then he catches up to this guy and hacks him and gives him the ability to do whatever you want. Which he's a simulant, so he's stronger and quicker, and so that could be a problem. And then it's all in a big climax and the question is should he be free to do whatever he wants, even though he might turn bad and kill us all? So it's about what it means to be human. It looks fine. Let's see. Is there any more? No more info. It's a sci-fi thriller. I mean, it's a good-looking cast. I'll say that. I'm not a huge fan of Simu Liu, mostly because of his online shenanigans, I'll say. It's not even so much his politics. It's just he kind of keeps whining. Sam Worthington, he's okay. I don't like Avatar, but I kind of don't blame him for that. I did like him in that Christian Bale Terminator movie, which wasn't very good, but I thought he was okay in it. and he's been okay in a few things. So, in fact, there's a Australian movie where I think that's his real accent. I think he's Australian, right? That looked pretty good. So this looks okay. I don't know. Kind of could go either way. It looks a little less intense than it should be. I mean, it's got some good action, but it seems to be presented in such a way that it de-emphasizes that action. I mean, you see the trailer, you tell me. Otherwise, it looks fine, you know. Feels a little bit like a sci-fi movie you'd see in the middle of the day on the Sci-Fi Network. So it doesn't feel to me like an epic movie I gotta go to the theaters to see. Feels like something that could totally be a rental or something I see on TV. Yeah, I mean, no shade thrown at the actors or anything. It just, there's something missing here. Like, Blade Runner was epic. It showed us this world. This just feels like, well, this is kind of our world, and then we threw in some androids. What do you think of that? So I'm not sure what it's missing. Maybe a sense of humor. Maybe the sense of urgency. You know, I didn't really care for the Will Smith I, Robot movie. I didn't see it, but I watched the trailer and I was like, "Nah." But at least that had like exciting scenes. The scenes in here, I mean, there are some action ones, but they don't feel all that exciting. Maybe it's the way it's shot, a little too open, a little too, I don't know. I'm just not getting hyped up for something like this that I normally would. But who knows? Maybe it's good. I'm not in love with the name Simulant. It sounds a little too much like stimulant. So I think that's part of it. If you called it something cooler, maybe. I mean, Blade Runner, you gotta admit, was a cool name, right? That's a cool name, Blade Runner. And even the original story that it's based on, Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? That's a little too long, but it's a cool name. So, Simulant, it just doesn't have a good feel to it. I don't know what you'd call it. I like to work on titles, so I'd work it for a few days or weeks and really come up with something, you know, that would zing. That would be like, oh, that sounds cool. So maybe that's it. But I don't know. It's coming out in, I want to say like April. I think it said April. Yeah, April 7th. Only in theaters. Yeah, it doesn't feel like, oh, it's only with Simu Liu and Sam Worthington. Oh, wow. So the two biggest names are only with. Yeah, I don't know. Not feeling it. Again, rental, maybe. Something on Sci-Fi. And that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble later for our more base takes. I'm running a little behind today doing family stuff. So catch my videos later and check out Book 11 of the Pineys.